Your time abroad is quickly approaching, and you may be asking, what happens now? We refer to this phase as the post-decision and commitment phase. There are some final required steps you must complete in order to commit to your program and be properly registered for your study abroad semester. Failure to do so can cause you to be ineligible for study abroad. As we dive into the next steps in the process, the first task you will need to complete is the pre-departure orientation logistics, which is where you are right now and where you have found these videos. As you know, this will appear as a new application in GW Passport, which has been opened for you by the Office for Study Abroad staff following our pre-departure orientation lunch and learns. This application provides students with videos and modules of information essential to help you prepare for your time abroad. Students can also reference these materials at a later date while abroad if needed. The application also includes short quizzes to ensure you understand the material covered. You must pass each quiz with at least a 90% or higher in order to complete PDO Logistics. The deadline for completing PDO Logistics will be posted in 2 places within your application, shown with stars here. The deadline is most easily viewable from the top summary of the application, but can also be found within the application instructions.
Hi, my name is Amarachi and I'm a sophomore majoring in biomedical engineering at the Korea University in Seoul, South Korea. Pre-departure orientation helped me the most in teaching me about culture shock and how to deal with it. Dealing with a new society and a culture different from what I am used and accustomed to was initially a very interesting process while it was still fresh. However, homesickness eventually became a thing, and I had to start reminding myself that constant reminders and comparisons between my home country and my host country were not helpful at all and only provided a limited view of the scope of my abilities while abroad. I also had to get used to the fact that I can't get used to everything all at once and to take things one step at a time. I am now making new memories and experiences every day that I will keep with me for a lifetime.
Once you have passed the quizzes and completed PDO Logistics, the Office for Study Abroad will change the status of your active program application to Approved Forms Incomplete, and you will need to commit or withdraw your applications. You can only commit to one program and you must withdraw from all your backup programs at this time. The commit or withdraw buttons will appear inside your program application as seen here. The deadline to commit or withdraw will be announced via email to all active applicants. To be considered fully committed, you must also complete the post-decision modules, also known as the registration forms, in your program application within GW Passport. Additional modules or forms will become available to you within your program's application in GW Passport upon completion of the pre-departure orientation logistics. These will show up simply as new content not yet checked off as received. You will need to go through these documents and materials and complete each module. It is vital that you read through everything carefully, as this section includes participation agreements and policy acknowledgements that you must electronically sign off on. A thorough understanding of this information is imperative. Once completed, assuming holds are cleared, students are considered ready to be registered, and the Office for Study Abroad will register students on their behalf with our 15 credit hour study abroad placeholder. Registration is a key part of the process, as it allows you to maintain your full-time student status at GW, allows your financial aid and scholarships to process correctly, and allows you to stay on track with your degree progress and be able to register for classes at GW for the subsequent semester. As such, it is essential that you be mindful of the deadlines to complete these forms and ensure everything is completed in its entirety. If you do happen to have any holds on your account, our office will not be able to proceed with registration. Make sure you check with your academic advisor, student accounts, financial aid, or potentially the Office for Student Rights and Responsibilities to determine the nature of your hold and have it cleared as soon as possible. If your hold happens to be one that does not prevent registration, please inform us immediately and allow us to proceed with the registration despite the hold. If your hold remains uncleared within a week of your program start date, your approval to study abroad may be in jeopardy. Once committed, there are a few additional steps that you should take to inform other campus stakeholders that you will be abroad next semester. For starters, if you had signed up for GW Housing, you should make sure to contact GW Campus Living to cancel your housing for the upcoming semester. Likewise, if you typically purchase an annual meal plan, be sure to inform GW Dining of your intent to study abroad and cancel your meal plan. Lastly, if you happen to register yourself for any GW on-campus courses, please proceed with dropping these courses on GWeb. Keep in mind that as part of your post-decision materials, You will also be asked to sign off on a permission to drop classes form, which allows our office to drop these classes on your behalf if you do not so first. During this time, you should also work to maintain your eligibility. Remember, in order to be approved and eligible for study abroad, students must maintain both a cumulative and semester GPA of 2.0 or above and not be on any active disciplinary or academic probation. Eligibility is continually checked and finally confirmed at the end of the application semester. Any changes to your GPA, disciplinary or academic status, or otherwise, will result in rescinded approval for study abroad and withdrawal from your program. Oftentimes, final grades won't be posted until very close to our study abroad program start dates, so this notice may come very close to your intended departure date. However, no one knows how you're doing your studies better than you, so if you have any concerns about maintaining your eligibility, please contact your study abroad advisor as soon as possible to discuss potential next steps. Lastly, please be sure you are following any program-specific guidelines and requirements during this final phase as well. Some programs may offer additional program-specific pre-departure orientation through the program provider. Some may be asking you to take final steps to register for classes or apply/sign up for housing, etc. You will need to follow their deadlines and instructions as well as GW's to ensure you've completed all steps. Whenever you're in doubt, never hesitate to come to our office for assistance.